Chewy chocolate chip cookies with less sugar and less calories. It's all about portion control and just changing the ingredients just slightly. Let's make this by hand because it's such an easy recipe. You want some really softened butter here. Add in your sugar. We're going to use some white sugar and brown sugar. You can use all white sugar, but it'll be a little more crispy because the brown sugar gives you that nice chewy texture. If you don't have brown sugar, just use all white sugar and put in a tablespoon of molasses. If you don't have molasses, well, you got to go to the store if you want that chewy taste. And you want to cream it together until it looks like this. Isn't it beautiful? Next thing we're going to do is add in that egg, and we are going to beat it until it's nice and smooth. At first it will look curdled and it won't want to come together, but just keep beating it by hand and you will see it come together and it'll be nice and smooth and creamy. Now you can do this by a machine and make your life a lot easier, but why not just make it the old-fashioned way so you can really learn how to make cookies. Then we're going to add in some vanilla and stir this until it's nice and incorporated, like so. And that's it for this wet ingredients. And now we're just going to add in some flour, some baking soda, and salt. And we're just going to fold this until it just starts to come together. And this is going to be a very stiff dough. So don't worry if it's a little bit hard to stir at the end. You will have it look like this, where it really clings onto your spoon. And now it's time to fold in those chocolate chips. You can always add some nuts at this point, or some dried fruit if you really want to take it up a notch. You want the batter to look like this, set it aside, and because we are trying to control our portions, we are going to use a cookie scoop. Now if you don't have a cookie scoop, just use a tablespoon and make it level and scoop it out with another spoon. These things are handy though if you can get them, and they're really cheap to find if you look for them on sale. I think this one was like $5 on sale, which isn't too bad. You want to space them about 2 inches or 5 centimeters apart until they look like this on an ungreased pan, and put them in the oven 8 to 10 minutes. They'll come out puffy, and as they stay for a while they will shrink. If you want them to spread out more, you want to reduce that temperature to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and that will give you a more flat cookie like these, as opposed to the cookies that set more and have a crispier edge around the center. It's all about the style that you want. Both have a nice golden brown texture. I will tell you the 350 ones are slightly more greasy than the ones at 375. Let's look into this cookie. Oh my gosh, it's just so ooey and gooey and delicious. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Here are your ingredients. If you want to follow along, thank you for visiting us at jacksonsjob.com. And as always, happy baking.